How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile Expedition League. I still need to think about it. Exposition? Expedition? What's the league? It's Expedition. Currently, map bonuses are at 23, and we're actually slowly on our way towards unlocking one of the Conquerors. In fact, is it unlocked already? Kirak,
Got my eye on
tell
you.
me. No?
Still sane.
No, he's ready. He's ready to go. So we actually have Baran unlocked. So that's our first conquer, which will lead to our first Watchstone. You know, I just noticed. Were there always like these pictures on the Atlas? Like, here's a dude getting sacrificed. Here's a bunch of trees. Here's a bunch of, you know, I never really took a good look at the Atlas, but was this art always there? It's like a bunch of constellations on the Atlas. It's actually pretty cool. Hydrate? Thank you, Quinn. That's a good call. How are you this morning? Hope you're doing well. I have a nice cup of Java in front of me, a little bit of coffee. Just woke up maybe an hour ago, I think. And oh man, it actually feels great. Good, just playing some game. What are you playing, Quinn? Alright, let's go to Baran. Escape from Tarkov. Ooh. Okay, good luck. I won't distract you too much. I occasionally like hop into Tarkov streams. I have a friend who plays it. And you know, like he streamed it on Discord, so I would just like hop in and watch him. And it's very stressful. It's very stressful. It's like the moment you get a gun, you gotta get out. If you get hit, you're just like, you're walking super slow. That's a, I don't know if it's something, I don't know if that's something I could play, but it's actually pretty fun watching other people do it. Very stressful, very hardcore. Yeah, it's just first-person shooter hardcore mode. Alrighty, so for Baran, his item quantity increases. Amount drops based on 20%. Okay, so item quantity, we count 20% of it goes towards Baran drops. So we have a bit of quantity here. Let's do an alpha as well, just so I can, you know, keep working on these master missions.
I cannot do this yet.
What video game is this? Escape from Tarkov. Quinn's playing it right now, and I was talking about how it's just such a stressful game to play. Like it's definitely suited for like a certain user base. And if you haven't played Escape from Tarkov before, it's basically like it's not a battle royale, but it's like a hardcore game mode of FPS version, right? Or like it's like the idea is you get dropped into some map and you need to like PvP people, right? And then in order for you to like get out with the loot from killing people and like taking their loot, you have to like escape. I think it's called Exile, and there are only certain locations and certain times that you can escape. So once you get all the loot you need to survive until the escape time, and then you come out with loot, and then you like, you know, it's like PoE. Like after you get all your stuff, you can sell it and use it to craft other stuff. And like that's how you bring your guns into the game, through all this loot. So if you don't have anything, you don't have good guns, you know, you're in certain cases you're like under geared compared to other people. But the stressful part is you go in, you get like all this good loot, and someone else kills you, you lose everything. And like I was watching a friend play it, and I was just like, I was stressed out watching him. Although I heard Escape from Tarkov is a PoE of FPS. I think that's like a pretty decent analogy. You know, like gearing. Apparently, like I watched. I was watching my friend play. He took 15 minutes, like literally. And I'm not even joking. He took 15 minutes to like figure out his kit and his gear set before like loading into a map. So like, you know, like there's that sense in PoE where you're like that's very similar, right? If you're trying to figure out what you're building, or you spend like a bunch of time on PoB rather than just playing the game. And in a way, you know, being on PoB and being on PoE trade and figuring out what to equip, what stats to do, crafting, that is part of the game. So he spends 15 minutes gearing up, loading into a map, and then promptly dies in like 5 minutes. Like, that's the game in a nutshell. So I don't know what PoE is, clearly. What game is this again? Pillars of Eternity, a very slow-paced, turn-based combat system. Lots of lore. And not much in terms of itemization, to be honest. Actually, that's like... I didn't play Pillars of Eternity at all, so I can't... Every time I go on Reddit, and if you're not in the PoE subreddit, you just go to like, I don't know, like this generic games Reddit, right? And then this was like a few years ago. I don't know about now. And then you get people talking about PoE, and I get all excited. I'm like, oh my god, like PoE is mainstream. People are talking about PoE in like, you know, like the generic Reddits, and then they're like actually talking about Pillars of Eternity. And I'm like, god damn it.
My mana is gone.
Pillars of Eternity is pretty good. I don't know what it is. I could never play. I really like the idea of classical RPGs. Okay, Divinity: Original Sin, Pillars of Eternity. Oh, what was that one? Shadow. Not Shadow Realm. Shadow. Anyways, there's like lots of those kinds of games, right? Wastelands. Like I always look at them and I go, oh damn, XCOM even, and I'm like tactical combat and like, you know, a lot of RPG elements and plenty of gearing up and stuff. And I'm like, man, like this is the game I want. I think of that every time, and then I play it and I'm just like, this is not the game I want. I don't know why I get bored, or like it's just too much time investment and I can't do it. Shadowrun. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, well, here's the boss. Let's drop the portal, and I imagine this shouldn't be too hard, especially since it's, you know, like no Watchstones yet, so it's the first one. Honestly, we just dodge him, right? Like the totems will do everything for us. Yeah. I hope that later on when we fight sirens and stuff, it becomes like this, where all I need to focus on, I need a build like that, where all I need to focus on is just dodging, because my mechanics are terrible. But if I can get the totems to just do the offense, and I just focus on running around, and, you know, hopefully I'll be able to actually do the fights. Maybe this is the league where we try doing Maven.
I cannot do this yet.
Although I don't know how far this build is gonna go. Damage concerns me. What with all the nerfs and just a lot of uncertainty. I don't know how this build plays. You know, it's the first time you got to play any slam totems aside from Ancestral Warchief, but Ancestral Warchief, you know, oh my god, I jumped right into it, I deserve it. Ancestral Warchief, you save a gem slot because Ancestral Warchief is just one gem, whereas Here you got to use Consecrated Path plus Earth Shatter. No, Earth Shaker? Earthbreaker. So I don't know. Watchstone can go well, it doesn't matter. Let's do Valdos. Maven content is so fun, except for the one thing Maven does, like the actual Maven fight, or like, you know, like getting Maven keystones.
Good day.
All the things the Maven has is fights, plus the Maven fight itself, except one attack Maven does is stupid. So I'm one of those people they talk about on Reddit where it's like, I have yet to defeat Maven, you know, I only got the Cyrus a few times. That's actually me. It's actually me. I don't actually get that far into the game, but I enjoy the heck out of it every time. And like, my mentality is always, I don't need to get to the end. I'm having just as much fun. It's not like I need to, you know, it's not like I need to beat Maven in order to enjoy the game. You know, the process is fun for me as well. But it is like a goal, right? Like, you know, I feel like I'm pretty goal oriented, which is sometimes why when I get into the late game, I like taper off because I don't know what I want to do next. And like one of the goals always is like, I want to beat Maven, I want to beat Cyrus. This build's got to be like, it's not, it has to be, but like it'd be nice if it could do all of this content, you know? We can get into red maps just fine. That's not a problem. Takes a while.
Hail.
But like, you know, I want to be Maven. And sometimes it doesn't happen.
I cannot do
So
this
hopefully this league is the league. I feel like it is. I feel like it is. Quantity of artifacts dropped by monsters. What a weird one. Hold on. How do I do this? I can probably start from like back here.
Taking on some serious danger, I see.
Okay. Wow, the space is so small here. Like, you don't actually have any space to drop your explosives. Alright. So one thing I'm reading about, I don't know if I naturally agree, because you kind of have to play the economy a lot. A lot of people online are saying you don't really need to interact. I guess they're right in a way. You don't really need to interact with the expedition content, like this stuff itself, because a lot of the value is tied around like haggling and like the currency that you get back. And if that's the case, you can just farm currency and then use the currency you get to buy these artifacts. Because the artifacts are getting cheaper and cheaper apparently. And instead, you know, you just play regular content, and then when you want to deal with, you know, the actual league content, you just talk to the NPCs, buy artifacts, and do it. I don't know if I necessarily agree. You know, I think people don't like you know, putting down the explosives, but in terms of like the monetary value, it might be true. Like maybe if you're just trying to go fast and you're trying to make as much money as possible, maybe it's probably cheaper to skip the league content because you're not getting much stuff. It's not like Ritual or Ultimatum where you're just getting a lot. But at the same time, you know, that means you gotta go out, buy logbooks, you know, like buy all this shit, and I don't want to... I would rather play the game than deal with the trade market. Are you listening to that song Radioactive by... I don't remember the band name?
I cannot do this yet.
Radioactive? Well, here's the problem. I don't know it either. Nickelback?
There you are, ready to revisit the past. The more you kill, the more you change my mind.
Oh, Imagine
The closer we
Dragon.
get to finding the temple in the present day.
Hey Sage, how's it going?
Here's the plan.
I actually didn't know who sang that song. Oh geez, I wish I had the Alva note so I could swap this. Well, I might as well. I might as well. It's okay, still counts. Thought Radioactive was by a different band. Wasn't Radioactive a show? Just killed Cyrus today and realized my build is Papega. Are you... What are you playing against, Sage?
Good job. You.
Oh wait, I had the key and I forgot to freaking open this. I got distracted. Bro. Papega as in the build is bad or build is good way? I'm assuming it's like the build is fast way. Isn't that what Papega means? Fireball Miner 2.8k life? Or it could be build is dumb. How do you have 2.8k life? I don't understand. You just fireballs everywhere? Is this Vol Fireball? Can you even put Vol Fireball in a trap? ZHP. But not ZDPS. As long as it's not ZDPS, you're all good. Don't be like me. Hydrate? Thank you, thank you. Slowly sipping on my coffee. Just Fireball and high impact mines. I die in every T14 map? Oh, Jesus. It's a potato build. He needs to learn from you. All right. So Baran completed. I don't really know how I should order the Watchstones. Like, which area do I want to do first? Glenark might be fun to do just for Alva missions. New Vestir, what was New Vestir? Like Legions or something? This one is Harbingers. Over here was Harvest and Ritual. This one was like nothing. Lex Proxima. What content do I want to do this league? Like to start with? Let's go in like in the Turn's End direction. And then we go towards whatever was up here, Haywork. And maybe we can farm essences and craft with that? I don't know. In reality, I probably just want to complete as many map bonuses as I can, but at the same time, I need to have some sort of direction. Watchstone level's too low. What? That's not a problem. That's not a problem. I need to finish this. June. Let's do more June missions.
Got my eye on you.
Alright, I need to move Kirak. He's literally hiding in the trees and I can't see him. Here, you can be over here. Navali.
Pagan mouths. Blue tendrils entangle.
You will destroy the false idols, Kuduku and Kuda. I hate that prophecy. It's so useless. There's a couple fusings, I guess.
I cannot do this yet.
Okay. I mean, for tier 4 maps, or was this tier 3? Our clear looks respectable, I think. You know, it just kind of jumps around. Two-shotting them? I think that's good enough. I feel like the Molten Shell, like, has definitely added quite a bit of quality of life. Before, it would just, like, randomly die all the time. So at least that's not happening anymore. And then also, you know, tacking on Ancestral War Chief actually has made a big difference. Riker, Kamiria. Kamiria needs to get leveled. Haku, I kind of want him gone. What does Haku give? Strongbox Scarabs? What does Riker give? Blighted Scarab. I would much prefer this.
I'm afraid the only option here.
You honor the way by swiftly delivering death.
And Haku, can I get rid of you?
I must confess.
Removed. Ugh.
I believed you to be.
Does he actually give anything good? Rare item, random strongbox, rare item with quality. Yeah. You're gone, buddy.
It will be good to see my family again.
I don't want you back. We got rituals in this map. What was so good about ritual last league? The fact that you could just keep re-rolling rituals? Apparently a lot of people were farming it. And I don't really understand why. I remember rituals were quite profitable just because of the pure, like, quantity that it can, and like currency it can roll. But honestly, it didn't seem that amazing.
Hail.
Bro, this guy's dashing around with Mirage Archer and everything. Get out of here. Okay, what are we looking at? Another ritual over here. Immune to fire damage. That's a hard pass. Quantity of items in chests. Logbooks dropped by monsters. Maybe I picked that up. Okay, so we start with this. Maybe increase quantity. Get some more chests.
That one'll bring up some worthy baubles.
More chests over here.
I cannot do this yet.
And then, one more chest here. Alright. Let's give that a try. What the heck? Where are all my drops? Wisdom scrolls. Is this how you reward me? Man, okay. Hey, good morning, Christoph. How are you today? Okay. Well, at least I get to do these master missions, which is probably, it'll probably lead to something good, you know? Apparently last league, masters were super OP. I didn't realize it. But Ashling was like really good, tier 4 Ashling. Unfortunately, they nerfed her this league, but I feel like you can probably still use her maybe in the middle stages of crafting. If you have like a few good mods. Before, it's like if you had a GG item and you just needed to like fill it with one more mod, T4 Ashling is like the way to go. But now Ashling removes a mod, which might be dicey.
Very little idea as to what is going on at any.
You bash.
Illic has very little.
Illic.
You are awful. Making a new friend.
You surprise me, Hillock.
I cannot do this yet.
Is your mic muted? Oh, I got distracted. Sorry. Someone was texting. I'm playing, but I'm also making plans. I'm going camping over the weekend. So people are trying to figure out what we're doing. I think I mentioned this before in another episode, but like I don't think I've ever had like a good camping experience. You know, like one time I went camping and we got rained on. One time we went camping and like the wind was so strong that like even though our tent was pegged down, we got blown away. Like it was just not I you know, and my parents, I don't think they were very good campers either. They didn't know, you know, like what you do camp. So like I never, when we go camping, I never did anything. So now I'm like going with friends, and in a way I'm looking forward to it, but at the same way there's like this expectation in my head that it's gonna be boring as hell. And the only reason I'm going is because, you know, my friends are going. I want to see my friends. It's been a while. So like they're making plans and stuff, and they're like, hey, how about we go rent some canoes, go fishing? I'm like, hey, that sounds dope. So I'm just like reading about all the plans they're making, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should give it a fair shot. So yeah, my phone, everyone's texting, and
If I have a moment for last
Jorgen
words,
to
I'd like
intervention,
say
Riker
above
to
all,
transportation.
this
I
doesn't
actually
have
kind of
to be
like Riker
boring.
in
So value
intervention.
your input.
Lighted Scarab sounds pretty
Seeing you like to
cool.
live,
And Jorgen, bestiary scarabs, honestly, I don't know if I care that much. Are bestiaries, like, do
if I
people
have a
still like
moment
it?
for last words,
I'm assuming it's still good. I don't know. Hey Trin, I saw you Like, what character is this? Did you go back to Absolution or something? Because they buffed it a little bit, right? Is it better now? I recommend Watkins Great Outdoors Mosquito Repellent. I planted trees younger and everyone says it's the best, and I agree. Pretty sure you multiply your chance to get cancer each time you use it, though.
I cannot do
I'll take the risk. I hate mosquitoes, dude. I hate them so much. Worth it. But yeah, like, what do you do camping? Like, you go to the beach, you go swimming, you go hiking. I never understood it. And it's like, you know, you're going outside to enjoy the great outdoors. I'm like, dude, I can enjoy the great outdoors in my backyard. I'll pitch a tent if I need to. Like, when I imagine camping, I just imagine, like, you know, sitting in a campsite and getting drunk with friends. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't had enough experience. But it's like, eventually, you know, I'm probably gonna have kids, and I'm probably gonna have to take them camping. So I want to, you know enough so that when we go, it's like, it's fun for them at least. My wife keeps saying, like, oh, when I was a kid, I loved camping. It was great. Or I had all these great experiences. I'm like, what great experience? What the fuck do you do there? But I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. So yeah, I'm going this weekend, going camping, which is why I won't be streaming. I'm trying to front load all the content, okay? I'm trying to farm as much YouTube content as I can right now. You know, save up a couple episodes so I have enough for the rest of the week. And next week I'm going somewhere too. So really, I'm hoarding. I'm hoarding right now. What is this? Cast speed? I put cast speed on the bow? What am I, crazy? I just didn't care, huh?
Salah.
Often the vistas, younger, I took 3 to 4 day hiking trips. Don't forget the 60-ounce vodka too. Yeah, you go Edward 40 hands. You get 40, you get Mickeys and you tape them to your hands. Gluck, 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 gluck. Ever since we watched that episode of How I Met Your Mother, and if you guys don't know, like, there was an episode where they tried to do the Edward 40 hands, which is like you tape 2 bottles of like 40-ounce, I think they're beers, right, to your hands, and then you can't use your hands until you finish drinking those bottles. We've always wanted to try it. I think we tried it once, and nobody could go to the washroom because you couldn't take off your pants holding 2 bottles. It's just like completely taped onto your hands. Dude, the shit when we did when we were students. Looking back, it was real dumb.
I cannot do this yet.
Alright, I'm just... I feel like... currently... like, the game has changed so much. They've added so much stuff. And in order for you to truly experience, like, the really powerful stuff in the game, you kind of need to reach, like, some level of the end game. And by that, I mean, you need to get, like, Maven's Watchstones. You need to get a bunch of her, like, ascendancy nodes. And it's less about boss killing, but, like, if you're trying to farm efficiently, there's a lot of setup, actually, that needs to be done, surprisingly enough. And, like, that's part of the game, right? Part of the game is you just want to farm a lot of content in order to do anything. You know, you gotta do a bunch of maps in order to fight Cyrus. You gotta beat all the... you know, you gotta beat all the Elder Slayers. And each Elder Slayer can take somewhere from 3 to, like, 8 maps to do, right? And multiply that by 4, you're looking at somewhere like 12 to 24 maps just to see Cyrus, assuming that you already have all the Watchstones. So there is a lot of farming in this game, and I feel like before, all I had to do was reach maps. And you know, I take my time. I play pretty slow for the most part. I've definitely played, like, I've gotten faster over the years, but I still play, you know, relatively slow compared to other players, I would say. And it's gotten to a point where I don't think I actually reach like the optimal end game where you can actually farm. Well, I'm still farming, but it's like there's a lot of stuff that I want to try in the end game that I don't really touch, like rolling your Watchstone specifically so you can farm like a specific piece of content, legions or rituals or breaches or whatever, right? Like there's a lot of ways to do like really efficient farming in the late game that I never got to experience, that I actually think is like really cool, that I do want to try. So hopefully this league I'll be able to get a little bit further. You know, I used to be like, my goal is 36 out of 36 challenges. And then at some point I realized that's just like, I'm just saying that, I'm repeating myself. I'm never gonna reach that goal unless I put in the time, and like the fact is I'm not gonna put in the time. But I feel like, you know, being able to, you know, I just want to farm breaches this league, or I just want to farm essences, and I'm gonna cater, you know, my end game into farming essences. Like that is within the realm of possibility for me. I just gotta figure out which one I want to farm. And then if I can just target that one thing, first of all, that's gonna give me a goal. All right, like you spend some money, you get Maven's Watchstones, you roll your Watchstones so that, you know, you get percentage chance of getting more essences or whatever. I don't know how it works. But there's gotta be like really cool farming strategies now that you opened up like all these possibilities with Maven. In a way, that's like power creep too. But like there are even more options. PoE is this weird game where they give you all the options and you just gotta figure out what the best one is. In a way, you know, it's a gambling simulator because you're trying to roll, like, you're trying to find, you're rolling the slot machine trying to get the good jobs, but it's also a puzzle. And the puzzle is like, what's the most efficient thing, right? And like with the Maven stuff that they released, it's actually, you know, the puzzle's gotten pretty complicated, I think. At least for me. Wow, we got a lot of good remnants here. They all revolve around chests, huh? Are there even that many chests around?
Treasure will make this worth it.
Wow, this map? Maybe... Hold on. I have 2 more? Can I get like over here? Like, look at how tight these things are. You end up hitting so many remnants. This map might be pretty good for this kind of content. Or maybe it's just the layout. Like, Expedition, like this kind of stuff. I mean, the sample size is 1, who knows? But like, we got all the remnants packed together in 2 explosives. That's pretty insane. Ow, they're starting to hurt though.
For the cowgirl.
How is it when you open a chest you get 2 wisdom scrolls? That's the part that boggles my mind. When they say it's not rewarding, like in a way I could see it. I'm like flip-flopping between like getting angry and going like, this is fun. This is what I want. And then like at other times I see that I get no loot and I get frustrated. I'm like, this is garbage. Fuck this game. One sec, I'm checking my text. Oh, there's so many things you could do. There's a paddleboard, there's canoes, there's a hydro bike. What the fuck is that? A raft? Okay. Maybe there's some cool things we can do there. I missed this game. Hey, how's it going? Haven't been able to play since Heist League. Honestly, they nerf things a lot. I don't know if that's, you know, if you were part of the speed meta, but they've tried to slow things down and bring it down a lot. People are still fast. It's just that they're fast but do less damage now. They've definitely nerfed things a lot, but I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Did you just get busy? Is there a reason why you stopped playing? Or did this game possibly burn your PC down? Because that's also a possibility. I didn't even get far in Heist. My internet made it unplayable. Ah, okay, yeah. Hey, but don't they have like this thing now? I don't know if you guys have Xbox. Can't you do like cloud play or something through Xbox? Is that not how it works? I actually haven't looked it up a little. I haven't looked it up very much, but didn't Xbox release like this new thing where like you can play on any device anywhere? You know, internet doesn't matter. I guess it still matters. You still need to stream it. Nearly broke my Xbox One with frustration. Okay, so that is what you were doing. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, if this game, like this game requires you to respond quickly, I think. If you don't pop your flash in time, you're just freaking dead. I can see the frustration actually. I can totally get it. If that happened to me, I wouldn't be able to play. It's unplayable. It's okay, Zenketsu. I wish you the best of luck in getting higher speed internet. And entering, you know, the modern age. Hmm. I'm saving for a good PC as well. I mean, definitely you need a decent PC to play this game. To play any game, really, right? The heck, let me in. But this game, especially, like, it's surprising how much resources this game takes up. It takes a lot of RAM. If you don't have a good graphics card, it plays like shit. It's just not optimized. They've been trying to make it better, but still. Sometimes, like, it's like a little sus, right? Like the performance. You lose a lot of performance for no reason. Or sometimes for a lot of reasons. Like, you know, sometimes it's self-caused. Like you get a bunch, you have a bunch of projectiles and you applied like a crazy MTX on it. Yeah, you're gonna get performance downgrades. It's almost pay to lose. Okay, let's see. This thing has life, a lot of life, some strength. Strength is good. Nah, this is... Oh, it's good coffee. What is frustrating is that I played Diablo 3 and it runs perfectly on my crappy PC. Oh yeah, that is real frustrating. Now you have to play Diablo 3. Hey, you know what? One thing you could try. I played a little bit of Last Epoch, not that much, and I didn't get very far. But I played a little bit of it during, like, you know, our off season. I call it off season, but basically like last month. For like maybe 2 weeks. I didn't get very far at all. I got to level like 15. But it was actually pretty fun. And like, you know, they're taking inspiration, I would say, from PoE. I don't think there's too much PoE there. It kind of looks more like Grim Dawn. But if you want to scratch the itch, you know, maybe that's the route you go. Isn't it still in perpetual beta? It's in forever beta. It doesn't have multiplayer. It doesn't have a lot of things. It's yes. I guess I shouldn't have elaborated that much. Yes, the answer is yes. I feel like we're gonna get to a point where all you need is like a good internet and not necessarily a good computer to play games. We're gonna get to that point, right? Like, we're gonna mainstream it. You know, internet speed's getting faster and faster. Everyone's starting to get fiber, I hope. If you don't, you know, hands clasped, I'm praying for you. God bless. But like, it's gonna come to a point where you can just like, I'm a firm believer that eventually, you know, you just play all your games by streaming. It's gonna be a service. Fuck! I didn't want to do that. No, my prophecy.
I cannot do this.
I've been trying to I've been trying to slowly work on the prophecy chains. And in order to work on prophecy chains, there are like a bunch of prophecies that essentially roll like very commonly. And one of them is the prophecy where if you transmute something, it gets alked instead. And I just freaking used it. God damn it. Maybe I should seal them. No, that's a bad idea too. I just won't deal with this for a while. Whatever. The promise of googly thingy that never sees the light of day. I know. It makes me... Internet speed needs to get a little bit faster, I think. That's the problem. Dude, I've been playing a lot of games on my phone. A lot of games. And when I say I've been playing, I'm not playing mobile games. I just stream my Steam library. You know? Once like they figure out the controls a little bit better, and once internet speed gets a little bit better, like I'm definitely gonna use it more. But maybe that's why Steam's what's Steam Deck? I don't know. Steam Deck. Maybe is that going in the right direction? I don't know.
You show promise, but I can't let just
It's like, how will Steam Deck work? They're gonna do the same thing. You just stream your Steam library. But the only problem is if your internet's shit, you still have the same problem. The crowd play thing, cloud, not crowd. Wasn't there a big announcement at some point in the past? There was like Steam Play Together. I guess I use that sometimes when I play with friends, and then I would buy the game and then we would play together, and you know, it streams off of my computer. We've used my friends and I. We've used oh, what's it called? It's like streaming software basically. Ooh. Basically streaming software where like I stream my computer and we would play single player games together. That's a thing too. What do you want? Ooh, okay. Totem Life. Is this guy playing Forbidden? Right? Totem Life, life, and chaos damage over time. Interesting. 25 Cs. Thank you for the money, sir.
I cannot.
But yeah, like, you know, I feel like we're gonna enter some point where it's like games as a service, like Netflix, you know? And maybe some people don't like that. Personally, I like owning my own games, not having to just subscribe to a service and not actually owning them. Just feels weird. And then like they could remove the game whenever they want, like that sucks. At the same time, I could see some people who are like, I just want to play games. I don't care. Like single player games. I'll play it once. I'll never play it again. If I own it, you know, maybe it's better just to get a rental. But more importantly, it's like I gotta get like this beefy ass computer just to play a AAA title. I feel like that's the common problem.
And have never had cause to look away.
And I'd rather make that problem. I need to get like fast internet, which I do have in my area. I'm just too cheap to pay for it or something. I don't know. Or you know, my dad doesn't want to pay for it.
I could use a hand.
Stadia, yeah, Stadia. Stadia suffers from basically a combination, I think. Like one being its game library is not very good, and number two, if your internet is bad, you lag spike. So, like Hoku will never play that. He'll never be able to. Hawaiian internet? Get out of here. Okay, cemetery. Wow, this. Okay, let's run this. Wow, these mods look rippy. More AoE, they're faster, they deal a lot more damage, they have Nemesis mod, they gain charges on hit, and it's beyond. I'll never say no. Never. Coco, good morning, buddy. It's 6 AM, what are you doing? I switched from E-Box to Virgin. What's E-Box? Is that like a Koopa cloth thing? Ah! Oh, I got slowed down. I couldn't move. What happened? I got chilled? Oh, my flask is useless right now. It doesn't have the trigger. And all I did was yell. Like I didn't actually do anything. I didn't hit the flask. I didn't do anything. Okay. Don't.
I cannot do this yet.
Oh, it's an ISP provider. Okay. Oh my god, the chill is insane. Thank god they brought it back up to 4 seconds. If it was just 1 second again, it's instant death. I don't know. I literally don't know what's happening. There's too much around me. I'm just trying to survive. I'm looking at nothing but my own life pool. And maybe my mana pool on occasion. Okay. So what do we have? We have, oh, this is rippy. Okay, let's do this wall side area first. Ooh, that hurts.
To harvest grain, you need a tool. To spread corruption, you need a tool.
Honestly, every time Navali says all that shit, she sounds like a tool. There's just like a freaking fireball waiting outside the portal for me. Surprise, motherfucker. Okay. Okay, okay. It looks rippy, but it looks worse than it actually is. We've been fine. The chill was pretty... Why am I getting chilled so much? Oh, physical damage is cold damage. Okay, I see. Increased quantity drop by monsters, increased quantity drop by monsters, increased rarity drop by monsters. Runic monsters have a chance to drop fractured items. Experience. Wow, these... Okay. We're gonna try and go for logbooks, I guess. So I bring out this remnant, and I try to hit as many of these quantity remnants as I can.
Cannot do this yet.
I don't know if rarity helps. It probably doesn't. And then I just look for the big mobs, right? Like this guy. Is there a place with maybe a few more? There's a golden chest. That's probably more worth it. Fuck it. Runic monsters are duplicated. Hold on one second. Rewind, 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 rewind. Quantity? Duplication? I guess a chest? Quantity of items? There's no pack size or anything, right? No, okay. That's just, Is there a big mob? No, just pick up this. Okay, let's give that a try. Maybe we're gonna get a logbook. I don't know. I kind of want to run a logbook. It's been a while. You know what duplication means? It means it's much more likely we're gonna get a beyond mob, right?
Stay.
Well, no logbook, but we ended up getting some reroll currency. I guess that's fine. Easy peasy. All right. These maps are we're just blowing through them, I guess. You know, I was actually really concerned. When I first got into maps, I think I was just doing like a T1 map and I died like 3 times. Admittedly, okay. I'm gonna add this. I was playing on my phone. Okay, I wasn't at home. I wasn't paying attention. I was playing at home. I died 3 times and I thought it was the end of the world. I was like, this build sucks. Oh my god, I have no DPS. More importantly, I have no defenses. And then I got home, I checked my character sheet. I had like 30% cold resistance. This was when I first beat Katava. I got all excited about being in maps. And then I fixed my resistances. I upgraded my gear. I got like a new weapon. Actually, I got a new jewel. Let me show off my jewel. I'm actually quite proud of it. I got this while doing heist, okay? Let me show off my pretty jewel. Hold on, where is it? Boom. Look at that jewel. You cannot be maimed, corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you, and a bunch of other things like, you know, I guess I kind of care about, but I don't really. The only thing that's relevant here is, I guess, 7% attack speed. 4% increase attack speed with two-handed weapons, 3% attack and cast speed. Poison, I mean, 3% chance of poison, I don't poison, I do, like, fire damage, right? Cold damage, I don't do cold damage. But corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you, and you cannot be maimed. Double corrupt. Picked it up from heist. I saw it, and I'm pretty sure I just like walked out before like completing the heist. I'm like, I want to keep this drill. I don't want to die. Huge skills tree. There's no way there isn't one thing that makes you poop faster. Is that why you're up, Poku? Can't poop. Just gotta have an extra banana. You don't need a skill tree for that. You just need fiber. Jesus. The chill though.
My mana is gone.
Ah, the chill.
I cannot carry this.
I'm like really running out of space. I would much rather take the 6 sockets right now. I need the currency. I'm up because this is the time that average people wake up. It's 6 a.m. Is that the time average people wake up? That's like when my grandpa wakes up. It's 5 a.m. If anything... Wait, did you wake up or did you just stay up? There's a difference. Okay, we got a random 5-link bow. It's probably not worth anything at this point. I'll just throw it in the stash, I guess. There we go. I woke up by accident. You know what, to be fair, that's happened to me before. And then I just get up, and for whatever reason, the first thing I do when I get up is I check my phone. Like, I'll wake up, you know, I'm like still sleepy as hell. I'm still in bed, I don't actually want to get up. But I will turn on the phone. And then once I turn on the phone, that kind of wakes me up. I don't know why, it's the lights, I guess.
There are monsters about.
I fell asleep 3 hours ago. Are you a light sleeper? My brother-in-law, he's such a light sleeper. I don't understand, dude. It must be the worst being a light sleeper, actually. He can't open the windows in his room because he can hear, like, mild traffic. I swear to God, you shouldn't be able to hear it. I don't hear it when I'm over there. You hear mild traffic, and that shit wakes him up, and he can't sleep. He sleeps like a fucking baby. No, that's not. Let's not start with that. Increase quantity of chests. Increase rarity of chests. Okay, so we start with increased quantity on chests.
Sure about that placement?
Yes, I'm sure. Okay. And then where can I get the most chests at this point? Like this? Before peeing, I grew up near a highway. I find it soothing. No, I'm a very heavy sleeper. I could sleep under like highway, whatever. I'll sleep through it. When I was in university, like, you know, I'm sure this is like a common problem for everybody, where like if you have a lot of trees nearby, you end up having a lot of birds, right? So if you keep your window open, especially at like 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, all you hear is just like cheep, 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 like the fucking birds. And when I first, when like you know, I would pull all-nighters in school studying or whatever, or more likely playing games or watching movies. I don't know, watching anime. But I would like go to sleep really late. I would open the windows because it's hot in the summer, and then all you hear is just like cheep, 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 cheep. And that used to be very distracting, you know. But then eventually I got over that. And the moment I realized that, like, I came to a conclusion, was like, you know what, I am a heavy sleeper, was my condo or my apartment floors, they got flooded. It wasn't my fault, but long story short, it got flooded. And the landlord came over to fix the floorboards because they all got damaged by the water. So he's in the other room, like, putting down laminate floorboards. So he's like hammering, boom, 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 boom. I come home from work, I see him working on it. I'm like, hey, buddy. He's like, hey, hope it's not too distracting. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm just going to be in my room. Let me know if you need anything. And I fell asleep. I just went straight to bed. I fell asleep. It was a long day. I came back from work. You know, personally, when I come back from work, I'm like mentally exhausted, which is part of the reason why I don't stream as much while I'm working. But I went home and I fell asleep. And meanwhile, he's like in the other room, boom, 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 with this giant ass hammer. And like that, actually, the rhythm put me to sleep. And then when I woke up, I realized how loud that sound was. I'm like, you know what? I'm a heavy sleeper. Yep. I think I only don't have to pee because I was awake not too long ago. I don't know if this is something to be proud of, but I have a good bladder. Like, I can hold my... You know, there's some people where if they have to go, they gotta go, man. I gotta go right now, like a child. You know? Sir, can I go to the washroom? I really need to go. I really need to go right now. Meanwhile, I'm like, I knew I had to go like 30 minutes ago. I can go for another 15 minutes, but you know, it might be good if I go now. Can I go to the washroom? They're like, can you wait 10 minutes? Yeah, sure, no problem, bud. I wake up from bed, you know, like my wife, the moment she wakes up, she needs to go. And there are like lots of people like that. I think my, who was it? I was talking to someone on the phone, and then literally she was in mid-sentence, and then she went, I gotta go, I gotta pee. And I'm like, okay. It was my mother, it was my mother-in-law. I gotta go pee. And I'm like, what? Like, first it was okay, and all of a sudden it's like the most urgent thing in the world. I'm proud of the fact that I have like a pretty good bladder. You know, I could, if I have to go, I could wait like another hour and then I'll go. I can hold it. I have a very springy bladder. It's like a little balloon. There are some things I can sleep through, like Hawaii has all its wild chickens I can sleep through. I can sleep through chickens by my window at this point. Like, in the morning, like that, like you wake up to that through that shit. I mean, you can sleep through that? I don't think I could. I would definitely hear it, and I would just go back to bed. Like, I'm the type of person where if I wake up, some people, they wake up and it's like, game over, that's it, I'm up. I woke up at 5 a.m., I'm not going back to sleep. I can go back to sleep, and I'll wake up whenever the hell I want. Chickens do it all day, every day, so it's white noise to me at this point. Hawaii is wild, bro. It's wild.
I cannot do this yet.
Okay, wow. I've been playing for an hour and I didn't realize it. Loud ass trucks is just as common as chickens too, so I can sleep through that. Dude, Hawaiian drivers are insane. I was in Maui, driving up that giant ass volcano that everyone drives up. And it was like one lane road. One to go up, one to go down, and sometimes like two cars can't even fit in the same lane. And the Hawaiian drivers, I was being so careful. I'm like, dude, if I take a wrong turn, I fall off of like a 2,000 foot cliff. Meanwhile, these Hawaii drivers like, out of my way, bitch! I need to deliver, like, I don't know, something. Like, they're going so fast. It was driving in Hawaii was scary, especially in Maui. There were so many places where like there was only one lane. That was an experience. Okay, it's been an hour, so I'm gonna call this episode right here. We're gonna cut it off. We did a couple maps. We fought Baran. We unlocked like a lot of bonuses. Actually, I have All House Mean over here. I got Drox over here, so there's a lot more to do probably next episode. But that's the end of this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.